How's everybody doing today? We made it. It's Friday, and this January has been so slow and so cold for some of you. I know. I want you to keep your chin up. The weather can impact how things are going, the banks can impact how things are going, and I can tell you it's going to be looking up from here. Today we had 5 closings, and we're looking forward to 6 on Tuesday. The courts, as well as the title companies, are closed here on Monday. So we're really excited to have a 3-day weekend. I hope you are too. Of course, there can still be signings going on through signing services and other GNW, general notary work going on. But today we're going to focus on when we need to phone a friend, please. Right? If you are not familiar with that phrase, in the day, there used to be this show called it was like I Want to Be a Millionaire, and you had different lifelines you could use. And one of them was that you could phone a friend from a predetermined list of friends that would help you with a question. And the answer to our business is that there are times that we need to phone a friend, phone the people that are involved in the process, especially if there's a discrepancy at the signing table. This is unfortunately not that atypical or unusual. And so we have a few tips. And the first is that communication is key. We're not talking about communication or over communication around things that have already been made clear, like time and place of signing. We're talking about clarity around discrepancies that will be helpful in the final closing paperwork to ensure that those are accurate. So phoning a friend is great, but how do we know we need to communicate. How do we communicate? Keep that contact info handy, especially if you're working with many services and you're talking about many signings in a given day. My highest day of signings was 15 closings in a single day. Did I lose my voice? Yes. Was I exhausted? Yes. Was it amazing? Yes. So imagine if I was trying to go through my emails or go through my texts and figure out this is the 3 o'clock signing. It's for Roberts. I got that signing through SnapDocs. I need to call Wanda. Her number is, it would have been miserable. So we recommend that you keep a very clear list each day of what you're going to do and the contact information for the clients that you're going to be meeting to sign, as well as the individuals involved that you might need to ask for help or clarification on. On our end, that's typically going to be the title company. On the client's end, that's typically going to be the mortgage company or the real estate agent, maybe even the title company as well. But giving them the space and the time to do that can be huge. A lot of the times, issues come up around a closing disclosure, bottom line, that was miscommunicated at some point. There are a few tips and tricks we give you in the loan signing program that'll teach you how to navigate some of the basic frequently asked questions and what some often misunderstandings are based around and how to coach somebody through that. Once we certify you as a closing coach, you go into our training program where you get support for life. So we're always available on a Facebook page, especially when you do your first signing. That's kind of a big deal. But for example, today we had a signing where the client knew for sure the amount that they owed was around $156, and the title company knew for sure it was about $651. Any guess what could have happened there? Right? It could have just been a typo. It could have been a literal miscommunication. It could have been a number from a previous, when they settled up earlier, when they tried to balance the CD in an earlier version that maybe didn't include an inspection or propane or various factors that can go into these closings. So our job at that point is to phone a friend if we can't resolve it with the client ourselves, and to assure the client that despite the fact that in the biggest thing that they've ever done financially, there's a discrepancy, that you're here to help, that you're here to help navigate it so we can get that closing across the finish line, if you will. Because I think that's one of the greatest assets that we can add as notary publics is, of course, we don't give legal advice. Of course, we don't try to cross a line and make somebody sign something they don't want to sign. Those are all big no-nos. But we can help facilitate communication, understanding, and comfort in the process and assure the signers that, of course, they shouldn't sign anything that they don't agree with, but perhaps their misunderstanding is related to X, Y, or Z. And then connect them with the people that they can work with to make sure they truly understand and feel comfortable moving forward. And last but not least, I think it's really important to think about just how important it is when there is a discrepancy, not to be focused on your time management or you want to get that done in under an hour, but to understand the significance for the actual client. It's so important to keep that information handy for yourself so you're not flustered in front of a signer, right? So if you're sitting there in front of them going, hold on, I know I've got the number here somewhere, that increases your stress level, which can increase their stress level. Part of what our job and opportunity is to present a calm, joyful, clear demeanor so that they can focus on the task at hand, which is getting those papers signed. So every once in a while, we all need to phone a friend. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and enjoy wherever you are, and happy signing.